from...
Truly.
The only
Where
thing
it's
we
worked.
need now to complete the
Is the
circle
OOLA
is
guys.
the OOLA guys. And I'm Zulika, you know how to talk for a while. I'm going to have you come up here, and I'm going to go. I found a number. I'm going to go call them, but don't put on the headphones because
Okay.
they're really loud so everybody can hear it. So just include everybody in your conversation
Okay.
and talk about Young Living
Okay.
and OOLA and
Okay.
about the thing coming up on Saturday.
Can I say something before?
Please.
Just that I think is important about OOLA. The fact that they're changing the world with a word, that they're collecting 1 million dreams on a 1970
Talk about that for a little
VW
bit.
bus,
That's perfect.
and that their goal is to have it in the Smithsonian. But they say that the balance, they wrote a book called Finding Balance in an Unbalanced World, and the balance that they focus on is in 7 areas, and they call it the 7 Fs. So the Fs are fun, friends, family, finance, fitness, faith, and field.
Okay.
And I always feel very accomplished when I say that from
Right.
beginning to end without, okay.
Exactly.
So I know I'm an
You did a
OOLA
great job.
Thank you. I know I'm an OOLA girl, right? So I just want to explain that because that's kind of the premise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what OOLA is based on. It's teaching people that balance. But
In an
tell more
unbalanced
about
world.
Tell more about the bus though, because that's really important.
Oh my goodness! So
The Dream Bus.
bus. I'm part of the Dream Team.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. So it was in a weak moment that I thought I could collect 1,000 dreams. So thank goodness Deborah's helping me with 100, and we've already collected some today.
Yeah.
But they're going to all the states, and when you put, they're collecting these dreams, so they're on different. There's over 20 levels of dreams, and so the energy of that. Can you imagine? So people are like coming and saying, like they want to their fitness, they want to lose 90 pounds, and they are. And the OOLA guys, like they're always doing Facebook Lives. We should talk about OOLA Guru and OOLA Seeker.
Yeah.
So the OOLA Guru talks about like Money Monday, and he's so good with money and numbers. And then the OOLA Seeker, you might want to. Do you know that story?
No,
Okay.
not as well as you do.
the
I'm sure.
story?
Yes, tell me the
Okay.
story. Right.
So the story was in this version that they're 2 chiropractors and had a really good practice, and the OOLA Guru owned the practice.
Okay.
And he took on this apprentice, which became the OOLA Seeker. But they worked very well together, got very close, and they really were very successful.
Okay.
And then at 42, the OOLA Guru's Dr. Troy, he sold the practice. He was debt-free, doing very well. He has a beautiful home in Arizona. He has a lake house in Minnesota, and I think a third home in like somewhere really exotic like Bali or something. I don't know. It never comes up.
Okay.
Dr. Dave, who was also doing very well, kind of lost his OOLA principles. And one night, he found he actually was losing his wife, his house, his car. He was driving like a beater, right?
Okay.
He had everything going for him. Wonderful kids, wonderful wife, wonderful home, all of that, all the toys. But he lost his way. So he was actually staying in a motel.
Okay.
And he woke up in the middle of the night one night to the police knocking on the door next door.
Are you talking about Dr. Troy?
We're talking about the story of
Dave.
OOLA.
Yep.
Oh, Dave, okay.
Yeah, and then this guy, they were just like busting this guy next door, and he's thinking, what am I doing here?
Yes.
So he called his buddy Troy, and he said, you're not going to believe where I'm at.
Oh.
And he said, it's where you're at, it's not who you are. So he encouraged him to go to the mountains and actually where he loved. And he did a lot of his best thinking there. And he did. And they used to meet in Vegas like every year to go over their OOLA, their 7Fs for their goals. So they would go to the Hard Rock, I guess. And so they met there and they wrote this book, Finding Balance in an Unbalanced World. So then Dr. Troy became the OOLA Guru, and Dr. Dave became the OOLA Seeker. But they are amazing.
Yes,
like their Facebook Lives, like Dave is talking about life. He's divorced. He's single. And how they share on their Facebook Lives is so authentic. And I heard that you discovered them before you were even part of Young Living. So
I think before they were part of it too. How long have they been?
well, no,
It's been a while now.
Yeah, Well, I don't know. I mean, if
Well,
they
no,
wrote the book.
Yeah, remember that story? Mary
So
read
they-
the book on the plane with Gary.
Yes.
She found the book, so
Yes.
somebody gave her the book,
Yes.
and she told Gary, "Oh my
That's
goodness, you
right.
got to read this book."
Yeah.
I don't know what year that was, but
She
that's the
actually
story
read
I
it.
It
hold.
was in 2012
She actually
they
read it.
published the
and
book.
then they contacted them from that
But
to
he
partner
said
with
we
Young
need-
Living.
He said our members need OOLA.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they started
Exactly.
with OOLA.
It was
2
before
oils.
that I,
Oh, cool.
or it might have
Ah.
been right
2012.
when they were
That's amazing.
starting. Yeah, because I wrote my book in 2012. It was published in 2012, and it was, in fact, 2 weeks before theirs. Isn't that funny?
Oh.
And I was listening while I was writing my book, so it was before their book was actually published.
Okay.
So 7/7, July 7th is now going to be International OOLA Day.
Yes.
And I started a
Oh,
subscription.
wow.
They came out with a tea
Mhm.
that is
Yes.
very high quality and a subscription for $29 a month. But new members to the subscription could get it for $7.77. So I signed
Oh,
up.
my
and-
goodness.
And Saturday, I'm very excited. If I had it, I'd bring it and share it with you.
I ordered some stuff that day too because everything was $7.77. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Good.
Very cool. Well, I did call the lady that arranged everything, and it is on their schedule, but she thinks that they might not have looked at their calendar this morning.
Or they have a bad connection.
I don't know. The call would still come in,
Are they
though.
3 hours behind?
So, but she knows it's Eastern,
Okay.
and they are in the Midwest right now because they're
Oh.
going to be in Cleveland after they leave here. They're going to be in Ohio.
So they
Okay.
thought they had nothing on.
So we'll see. She's trying to reach them right now. So
Okay.
we'll just keep OOLA conversing,
Yeah.
and then when they come in, we'll just patch them. So keep going.
Well, just their lives, I think, keep it real. You know, at
Yeah,
first
for sure.
it was like it felt like fluff. Everything feels like fluff to me until
It
there's
does,
depth.
yes.
And then they speak to real life.
They do.
And-
And they're very transparent. 'Cause every time I see them speak, I felt like, oh my goodness, they're so real and down to earth and relatable, and they mingle with the audience. And even when they're done speaking, they just become part of the group and share and still talk to people. I've seen them speak 3 times now, and every time it's the same.
It's so Young Living. Like, you know, I went to talk about Young Living. It's like there's branches. It's almost like when you introduce people to Young Living, it's almost like taking them on a journey that they can't believe is real. Like,
Very much
you know,
so.
we're around people that are really truly into wellness, really truly have a purpose, really truly are living abundantly, and or at least have the access to it. And there's a personal growth from just experiencing the people and the culture, let alone the oils, our own experience. So we have a pretty good thing going on globally.
Right.
And the fact
Absolutely.
that OOLA is bringing us together from a heart center. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a head-centered person.
Yeah, and have made us part of their movement too. Very much
Right.
so.
Very
It's just
much so.
phenomenal. That's really,
in.
really good.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sucked in.
Right.
Very much so.
And you know, to add to what you said about the people that are involved in Young Living, they also are very, like Marty, want to help other people. And
Yeah.
and the fact that, I mean, look at the people in this room. Look
That's true.
around.
Yeah, that's
I would have
synchronicity.
no other people in this room. I mean, these are good, wonderful people
Right.
that are not only supportive. One of the things that I wish part of my movement is dedicated to women working together
Yes.
and without jealousy, without really without any competition.
Yes.
And that's here,
Yes. Absolutely.
and that's OOLA.
So
Yeah.
OOLA. And they talk about things being OOLA or, how about the OOLA blockers and OOLA enhancers?
Oh, I
Oh,
love
that's
those.
good.
I
Yes.
love it. So, you know, and it says what it says. You know, it says what it means. So,
It's true.
Let's save that in case they
Okay.
do call in. You know
All
what?
right.
And even if they call in late, we can keep talking until 6:00 tonight.
but you know what? If they don't, we can get a new date.
That's right. We
You know?
can.
That's true.
So the OOLA challenge, I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
it, and
I
it's
didn't know
also
about this.
so devolutionary.
Okay.
I mean, it was almost like I sat down and made this list. It was,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I would
share.
have maybe worded things differently, but it's very diva. Very
Okay.
diva. Okay, the first day is a random act of OOLA. Do something nice. I knew I wasn't going to be able to read that. I am sharing the smile you gave me. Was that?
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
that is.
I love that. And so often I talk about what is the one thing that you can give away that cheers people up, that doesn't cost you anything, and you have an endless supply of.
That's true.
A smile.
Smile, right.
Number 2 was walk or run. This, I really like this. The theme was exercise your body and your mind. And it was walk or run for 7 minutes. There's that 7 again.
Right.
And come up with 7 things you like about yourself.
Oh, very
7
nice.
things. And
Talk
I
about law of
wonder how
attraction.
many people had a hard time with 7 things. I did.
You did?
I did. I came up with 3 right away.
Okay.
Called a friend.
Right.
Yes. And I had to really focus on, like I had to look around. Okay, I like my hands. I really had to look around to come up with those.
You're
other
really good at
ones.
picking glass frames. I noticed that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that's 8.
Cool.
Thank you.
Let's
Terry.
get to 14 now. We need it in increments. 7.
That's right. Okay, the next
Do double
one,
OOLA.
and I loved this one too. I really loved all of them. Hey, welcome to Diva Dialogue. Is this the OOLA guys? Hello.
Hi there.
Yay! It is the OOLA guys.
Hey.
How
I don't know
are
if
ya?
this counts for yay it is, since it's yay it is 26 minutes late, but we'll go with it.
You know what? That we just finished talking about. It doesn't matter how late you were because it's my radio station and we can talk as long as we want.
Oh, there we go. We're perfect. We nailed it.
You did. So welcome to Diva Dialogue, and I'm so happy to hear from you. We were just talking about synchronicity a little bit earlier, and I did the OOLA challenge, which is what we were just talking about, and today was my 21st day.
Oh, congratulations. You're just finishing it up.
Yes, and I
Nice.
loved it. Thank you so much. So where are you guys right now?
Well, right now we're both, Troy's at his lake cabin up in Minnesota, and I'm back home in Salt Lake City, but we're going to be joining the bus on Friday. So that's actually what we were just planning out is our tour. We're going Flint down through Detroit, and down through Ohio. So that's actually what we're just planning this week.
Excellent. And that's where we're going to see you in Frankenmuth.
I know.
On
I know. That's going to be
Saturday.
awesome.
It is going to be awesome. I can't wait. And if I was in Ohio this weekend, I'd go again because I'm down there a lot because that's where I'm from.
That's going to be really fun because we had our tour planned to go through Columbus, and on our last trip, it went through St. Louis, ended up in Columbus, and we actually had to cancel the first book signing at a Barnes & Noble ever. We've never canceled one, but we had canceled to get back for Gary Young's funeral. He's the owner of Young Living Essential
right.
Oils.
Yeah.
And so now we had to go back and try to get back into Columbus, so we're just able to get a book signing scheduled there.
Excellent.
So we're very fortunate for that, so that'll be fun.
Yes, very good. So we kind of talked about your history a little bit, but there's nothing like hearing it from you. What brought you two together?
Yeah, you might not even know this because a lot of this isn't in one of the books unless you've heard us speak before. We don't even talk about this that much from stages, but I was actually in chiropractic school, and I was in my last year. It's a 7-year program. In your last year, you do a residency or an internship. And I talked to my advisor, and I said, I want an internship with someone who's going to obviously teach me how to be a good doctor, but I also want to just be with a good guy who's going to teach me about life and business and someone my personality is going to work with. And they said, there's this guy about 90 miles away. His name is Troy Amdahl, and he would be a great fit for you. Like, your personalities will line up perfectly. And I was like, okay, I'm interested. I'll drive down and do an interview and check it out. So I drove down, met with Troy, and we just hit it off. And I kind of knew that this is the guy I want to work with and learn from. And I just didn't know how to do it, though. We had one car. I already had 3 kids and all this stuff. So Troy's like, we'll figure it out. He let me use a minivan, like an old minivan like a beat-up old minivan, like a dive minivan from like his brother's dealership, some trade-in, and it was back in the day, you know. And I pretty much drove down